Are you sold on you? This is a question I've been thinking about lately. And it all came from a conversation that I had with a good friend of mine the other day. You see, my friend is very talented. He's a good writer. Actually, he's a better writer than I am. But he's been talking about sending out this movie script that he's written over 10 years ago. So as we was having this conversation, and what I love about him, he always called me Bud. He reminds me of Wolverine off of X-Men. So I walk up to my friend, I said, what's up, man? Have you sent out your movie script yet? He said, oh, Bud, I've been thinking about it, man. I still haven't sent it out yet, but I'm definitely going to do it. I said, you said that last time. Bud, it's going to happen. But I realized something in that situation. He was not sold that what he has created is actually worth something. And the problem is, he is not sold on himself. He's not sold that he's talented. He's not sold that he's gifted. He's not sold that he can actually be successful in the endeavor that he has in this heart. So that's why I ask you, are you sold on you? Because I realize that if we're not sold on our own dreams, our own ideas, people would never buy into what we're trying to accomplish because we're not sold ourselves. This past week, I went to what we call a speaker showcase. A lot of you all probably know what that is. So a speaker showcase is when you have a bunch of organizations that come together and they're thinking about hiring a speaker. Maybe you're a consultant. So what they'll do, they will invite you in and you will get 15 minutes to actually stand in front of all these strangers, and it's your job to persuade them why they should hire you over this speaker, that speaker, that speaker, that speaker. And if you're not up there confident, then just what? You will not get a contract. So I go to this event, right? I get invited to this event. I'm speaking in front of these people. Now, before I take the stage, I always tell myself this: Gene, you are worthy. Gene, you are talented. Gene, you have the greatest ideas in the world. Gene, it doesn't matter what speaker they have in here, you are the greatest speaker in this moment. You have value. You have ideas. God has blessed you with the ability to persuade people. Gene, you can do this. So why am I doing this? Because I am selling myself on me first. Because if I'm not sold on me, there's no way these individuals are going to buy into my ideas, what I have to offer. So I get up in front of all these people, right? So they sitting around this circle. It's all these individuals I've never seen before. And I know that I have an opportunity to be able to partner with these organizations. So I stand in front of the audience and I'm looking at some people, they have their hands crossed. I'm looking at some people that engage in me. But it doesn't matter what they think or what they say. I am sold on what I'm talking about. I am sold on my book. I'm sold on my programs. I'm sold on my talent. So no matter what happens, I know eventually somebody's going to buy into my ideas. So once I get done, I'm standing in the front, I'm doing a question and answer session. Now, I'm going to tell you about the beauty of table topics. Because when you get in a situation like that, especially at a speaker showcase, and when people start asking you questions, you better know what you're talking about. Because it's just like you in a courtroom and you have a jury in front of you. And it's your number one job to convince them that you're an expert about whatever it is that you're presenting. So when I'm standing in front of everybody, they hit me with question after question. It's like, to me, it's like a home run. I don't care what they ask because I know I'm valuable. I am sold on what I do. I am sold on my expertise. So it's nothing somebody can say to me that's going to knock me off track. Now, there's this lady sitting in the back of the room. I don't know who she is. She comes up to me after I'm done with my presentation. She say, Mr. Mosey, I got to tell you something. I am sold on what you have to offer. Now, what I did not realize at the moment is this lady is in charge of one of the biggest organizations that was in there. And now we are talking about having a partnership. Why? Because I was sold on me. And because I was sold on my talents, I was sold on my expertise. She is now buying into my ideas. She's now buying into my talents. But it all started because I was first sold on me. So my question to you, once again, is, are you sold on you? Are you sold on your ideas? Are you sold on your talents? Are you sold with the calling you say you have in your life? Because if you're not sold on you, other people will not buy into what it is you have to offer. So you're probably wondering, how do you even get to that point? How do you develop the confidence to be sold on yourself? Now the truth is, it doesn't start with me as a speaker speaking. That is not where it started. It all started on my mindset. And it started with one affirmation that I created years ago. You see, I've learned in order to sell yourself on yourself, you must first define yourself. So I'm going to tell you the affirmation I say every morning. I say before I speak, before I go into any situation. And here's the thing, I don't care if you agree with it. I don't care if you believe in it. This affirmation is for me. So this is what I say to myself before I speak. When I wake up in the morning, I say this: Gene, you're a valuable success story. You are strong, you're extremely confident, you're courageous, and you are filled with serenity. You was born in the month of March to inspire others to march on as they pursue their paths to victory. I tell myself this every day. So before I speak, before I get up here today, before I go into a speaker showcase, before I speak in front of thousands of people, that is how I define myself with an affirmation. So when I stand before people, I stand with confidence. I am sold on my talents. I am sold on my abilities. And because I am sold on me, people buy into what I have to offer. So are you sold on you? Because if you're not sold on you, your dreams will not come true.